Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back. If you're new, welcome, welcome. My name is Georgia. So let's get into this newest episode of Belle Collective Season 3, Episode 8, titled The D Isn't Silent. The D isn't silent. So I know the title, it makes sense to me at first, but as I went on and I watched the episode. I'm like, okay, now I get it. Now I get it. But we're going to talk about it. So we start off the episode. We are back at the peace treaty. Remember in the last episode, episode 8, we were at the peace treaty with Marie letting Tambra know that that she and Letitia met with some guy that was engaged to Tambra a while ago, and Tambra got up and she wanted to leave. She did leave after all, but not before Letitia apologized to her, because she didn't know that Marie was gonna come out and let it be known that they met with the guy. And she told Tambra, I'm sorry, I really should have told you what was going on, and we'll talk about it more later. At the same time, we have Marie still trying to push the subject, but Tambra was not there for it, so she left. So now we have Latrice saying, girl, I'm ready to smack some stuff. And one of them, I think it was Letitia or was it Aikisha, said, no, we need to actually hash out some things. Latrice was like, I don't think we have time for that. And so Gucci was like, yes, we do. We're going to make time for that. So they were like, all right, do we need to go off like the other ladies did? And they were like, no, let's all talk about it here, because what happened with Latrice and So Gucci kind of affects everyone. So let's talk about it here at the table. So they got into it. They were talking. Long story short, So Gucci felt that Latrice should have communicated to her that she was working with another person, and it would have helped her, because she's like, I spent a lot of time trying to find you properties, but then you go off and you close with somebody else. And then she's like, you're not supposed to be working with another person. That's real estate 101. Real estate 101 is, So Gucci, you're supposed to get your client to sign an exclusive contract. And if that client has not signed an exclusive contract, you don't put your all into it. When things come about, you'll find her something. That's real estate 101. You work with the people who have signed an exclusive contract with you. And if Latrice had signed one, no matter which realtor she worked with, you would have still gotten a commission. And you know this. So, okay. Like I said, the main problem was that there was no communication from Latrice to So Gucci. But if So Gucci was following up on a regular basis with Latrice, I'm sure she would have told her, listen, I have somebody else looking for another property. So somehow it went off where it was like, it's going to come to blows. I'm going to put a knot on your head like Selena did. So, in a couple of episodes ago, when she and Selena had the fight, it was on social media where people like blowing up and seeing the knot on her forehead. So she was like, that little knot wasn't nothing. So Latrice, what, you gonna do me like Selena did you? And of course, that took another turn where So Gucci was like, no, Selena doing Cliff in your bed. She over there sucking his. And Latrice was like, don't worry about it. We doing it together. Pause. Pearls are being clutched. Mouths are dropping open like, what? So yes, Marie went in the confessional like, wait a minute, did I just hear right? Did I just hear Latrice confess to doing threesomes with Selena and Cliff? It was like, what on earth is going on in that glass house? So after that, I think Latrice realized that she said too much. So she quiet down. She sat down and got quiet. And that gave Letitia a chance to take over the meeting again. And she's like, listen, we have to show each other a level of respect. All of this going back and forth and calling people out of their name and threatening to hit people and stuff. Now, we're not doing this. We are the Bells. We have a standard that we need to uphold. And we can't allow outside people to come in and try to penetrate the group. Again, she said it. She said it in the last episode. She's saying it again. She's like, at the end of the day, we have to hold ourselves at a certain standard and we should not deviate from it. So the ladies listen. Marie tried to say, well, Tambra shouldn't be lying because that's what she does is lie. She tried. And then he was like, all right, let's go break some stuff. So they all went into that wherever space and they broke stuff. At the end of it, they all put their back together and they're supposed to recite the motto that the motto is, let me see, I wrote it down. Where is it? Sisterhood. So everybody was like, 1, 2, 3, sisterhood, and lift up the bat. We have Latrice standing there just holding the bat in the middle. She's like, I ain't with this. She already told her she wasn't with it before she came, but she's just holding strong onto that. So, all right, so that was the peace treaty. It did not go very well, according to Aikisha. She's like, another Letitia to event. I am unimpressed. I'm like, Aikisha, you too much, girl. Unimpressed. So, now we have the next scene. We have Aikisha and at home. We found out that she purchased a home because remember in the last season she was renting. So she purchased a forever home. And we have Soguchi and Marie coming over to help her get settled in. Says she have a lot of boxes to unpack and stuff. She have people there working there, putting in the security system and stuff. And they just wanted to catch up on what happened at the peace treaty. Marie spoke about Tambra running away. And, she felt that Tambra should have stayed around and had the conversation. And everybody wants to know, since the peace treaty, what is happening between Soguchi and Latrice. So she talked about it a little bit, but then she said she is having a birthday party and she is inviting everyone. She has a theme. Everyone must wear black. And of course, Soguchi's like, I'm going to wear white. I'm just going to go out and buy a white dress. But of course, she didn't do it for real. And at the end, when they did the party, you see everybody's in their black, and we have Soguchi in gold, which is a very pretty dress, and we have JJ in his gold and black. So they look very nice. We're gonna get to it. So one of the ladies asked her, "Are you gonna invite Latrice?" She's like, "Yeah, of course I'm gonna invite her because she supports me and I support her." So everybody was like, "What? Man, this friendship is strange as heck." But I guess they talk what they had to talk about. They cussed each other out and then they move on. Like most men do all the time, which I wish us women will do more often. Say what's on your mind, call it a day, move on. That's how you're supposed to do it. So now that was that scene with Aikisha at home. And now we have Latrice and Tambra. They're meeting up for drinks. However, Tambra is letting us know that she's not drinking because whenever there's alcohol involved, things tend to go awry, and she's like, I need to be very sober going forward. So I'm guessing Tambra is not going to be drinking at these events anymore. And we do know from these reality shows that they're plied with alcohol, and when you have too much alcohol in you, you get loose, you say things you don't mean, things you wish you didn't say, and stuff like that. So Tambra is like, you know what, peep game, I'm not drinking anymore. If any conversation is being had, I want to be sober to make sure that I remember exactly what was said to me and exactly what I said. So Tambra is like, I'm not drinking. So they were talking about, them being at the peace treaty. Latrice says, at this point, girl, we are public enemy number 1 and public enemy number 2. Tambra voiced her disappointment in the ladies as being part of the collective. She thought she had a sisterhood in them. She said she even considered Marie a friend. She supported Marie in everything she had going on and vice versa. So for Marie to meet up with this guy and have a discussion about Tambra, she thought that was real foul. And, the fact that she did it without even talking to her about it was even worse. And then we have Latrice mentioning that the guy has done the same thing to somebody else. So apparently this man has a problem. And he seems to sound like a stalker who won't leave his ex-girlfriends alone. He got too much time on his hands. But yeah, they talked about it for a while. And I believe Tambra says she did what she needed to do, because at the peace treaty, she did tell Marie that she was about to contact the district attorney. So I'm assuming, I think there's a restraining order in this person or a gag order or something. He violated some order and she needed to make sure that it was being enforced. So she was gonna contact the district attorney. So she told Latrice that she did what she needed to do. So that was a quick scene between the two ladies. Now we have Marie and her mom. I mean, yes, we met Marie's mom in season 1, and we already knew the situation with her being, having a problem with opioids. But I felt that this scene didn't need to happen. Maybe Marie felt it needed to happen to show her mom over and over again. See, you told me that you were gonna stop using, and here you are promising, and you're not standing up to it. So we get to find out that Marie's mother was on the brink of death. They said she was so ill that she was vomiting blood. She had to have a blood transfusion, and I think this is the furthest she's ever gone to the other side, because we know she liked to push the envelope. We saw in season 2 when Marie went to go pick her up from the house and she refused to leave. That type of house, and that they get whatever they need. Marie went searching the whole city looking for her mom. She found her thinking that she was going to bring her home, and she said no, she's not leaving. She's comfortable where she is. She's feeling nice doing what she's doing, so therefore she wasn't leaving. But since then, it seemed like she had an episode where she was hospitalized, and she's saying that now she's done with all that. She's never going back. She's done with that. Marie asked her if she wanted to go into rehab, and she's like, the only thing they're gonna do to me in rehab is detox, and then when I'm done, they're gonna let me go, and I might just go back to whatever I'm doing. But I'm telling you right now that I am not gonna continue with that behavior going forward. Marie brought her daughter into the scene, so she could see what her grandmother. I'm sure she already see what's going on in the house, but she wanted to be documented. She's like, Zuri is here. Do it for your grandchild. You weren't there for me. At least stay around in order to see Zuri grow up. And her mom promised. In my opinion, what I think needs to happen with Marie's mom, she needs to be kept busy. Marie says she has all these facilities. And having to do with, the treatment and stuff like that. Why is it you don't have your mom come in and work with you every day if you're not already doing that, and then help you work around one of those facilities? In a way, you could keep an eye on her. In a way, it could keep her busy. In a way, she could, speak to the other people that are around her to let them know that, the way that you're going isn't good. Let her be some sort of a counselor in some way. So hopefully Marie is working with her mom like that. I don't know why I thought her mom had, departed us already. I put it in a Facebook group that I think she had passed on, but apparently not. So I got to take that back. And I'm glad to see that she's doing better, and I hope she actually stays off of it and is there for her daughter, because she is really, really trying with her mom. She wants her around, she wants a relationship, and she wants to see her live a little longer. So hopefully Marie and her mom, have what they call a new beginning, and it could go on. But to Marie's point, she said her therapist told her that, going forward, she needs to choose her, because she's been putting out so much of herself for other people and not making sure she's okay. So going forward, she needs to choose her. So that was Marie and her mom and her daughter at home. Now we have Soguchi and JJ, and we have Soguchi fixing JJ breakfast. First of all, Soguchi, why isn't your hair tied back? You are in the kitchen with your hair loose over the man's eggs. No, we don't do that, girl. We know type of people who watch the show. We know what sort of standards we need to keep in the kitchen. Either you have on your bonnet or you have your hair pulled back in a band. But swinging like that, girl, nope, not over the food. What you doing? So they're sitting at the table and they are talking about what happened at the peace treaty. So Gucci tells JJ that Latrice told her that those two, JJ and Soguchi, wish it was they were like Cliff and Latrice. So JJ was like, that man must be crazy. What you talking about doing a threesome at his age? Isn't he like in the 70s or 80s or something? And yeah, she was like, yeah, and I don't want to be like them. We don't want to be like them or anything like that. So okay, they're talking and kikiing and stuff like that. And here comes JJ's mother. Lord have mercy. That lady need to move out as soon as possible. She don't need to be in their house. So she comes in and she's yawning and she's stretching. And she's like, oh, breakfast is ready. Nobody told me. Then she started fussing about the coffee maker. She wanted the percolator. She didn't want the regular coffee pot or the instant or whatever she was being, offered. She was like, no, I want the percolator. And going forward next time, let me know you preparing breakfast. That way I could get up and get myself ready so my food don't get cold. I'm like, oh my God. So I don't think she ate any. I think she told Gucci she didn't want any food because she wasn't ready for breakfast. You mean you weren't ready for the camera, lady? But one thing I could tell is so JJ's mother works out. Maybe she's the one who needs to have the workout program and not So Gucci. Because she looks fit compared to So Gucci. But yeah, that was JJ's mother. She is too much. But at this point, lady, I don't think you need to be living with your son and your daughter. Their expression was like, oh my God, shut up already. Are you just going to leave? JJ's face just said it all. Yes, he said he wants his mother there to cook. But he just wants her to do and stay out of the way. He wants her good cooking, but he don't want her in camera because I guess he knows her personality. Maybe that's where you got your personality from, JJ, because you're very outgoing and very outspoken, even though you said God darn it 1,000 times in one sentence. Well, maybe that's where you got your personality from. It shows. But yeah, so JJ's mother, after she said what she had to say and made her coffee from the percolator, exited stage left from the kitchen and she was gone. That was the scene. She just took over that entire scene from her son, her daughter-in-law. Now the next scene, we get to see somebody we have not seen in a long time. We get to see Essie. We've been asking for Essie. We thought she wasn't here this season. But yet here she is with Marie in the office. They're talking. And Marie's telling her about what she's going through with her mom. I'm sure Essie knows because they're friends. But Marie's saying that, I don't know what I would do without my mom. And Essie was like, you don't want to know. And then she goes in to tell us that she recently lost her mom. She said her mom was diagnosed with cancer. And they found that it was in stage 4 colon cancer. She was diagnosed in April, and in May, 4 weeks later, she was gone. And, she wasn't prepared for that because she expected her mom to be around for a long time. And her mom was gone within 4 weeks of her diagnosis. So she's like, even though it might be a little bit challenging with you and your mom right now, make sure that you keep that relationship going. Be there for her because right now it's still hurting so much. And she started crying. That felt so bad for Essie. You losing a parent. Thank God I don't have that happen yet. And I know when the day come, I don't know how we manage it, but yeah, I'm sure it hurts. I've lost grandparents and they are missing daily. So I know exactly, kind of what she's feeling. So hopefully the memories will keep Essie going and just staying busy, and having the memories of her mom will take her through. So that was us seeing Essie. Hopefully we see more of her before the season is over. We always love to see Essie because she gives Marie such great advice. She be helping Marie with her shenanigans too. They make up great friends. Those two are great friends. Oh man. Now we have the party. So Gucci's birthday party. They let us know that they rented out a private mansion in Mississippi, and everybody came. They got the memo. Everybody's dressed in their black. They are dressed up. Of course, you saw a couple of people who weren't, as dressed up as they could be. But mostly everyone was dressed up in their black dresses, their suits and stuff. Everybody looks so spiffy. Everybody looks nice. They come in. We see So Gucci's mom and JJ's mom. Like I said, that lady works out, and you could tell her body shows it. And they were like, thank you for coming. And JJ's mom was like, that's what moms do for their kids. So they're having a good time. We have Tambra come. We see Josh. Josh looked very nice in his getup. He had on like a sequin black jumpsuit, and attached to that was a black train. And of course, he has his hair cut low and stuff, but he looks very nice. He looks real cute. And we see JJ. I never seen nobody rock a man bun and a ponytail at the same time. But hey, it's JJ. We never know what we're gonna get. And of course, that was what happened a few minutes later. So we see Akeisha and Josh is sitting down and talking. And as people are coming in, you see Akeisha waving at them. And at one point, Josh, I believe it was when Tambra came in or something, or was it Marie, or one of them came in, and Josh goes to Akeisha, that's your friend? So Akeisha's like, yeah, I know all the people. Yeah, it was Marie. She's like, that's your friend? And she was like, yeah, Marie and I get along. We actually consider her friend. He's like, at this point, girl, I don't know who's friends with who or not based on everything that I see going on. So I don't know what to say. So, all right, at some point now, they go outside. So it so happens it's Akeisha, Josh, and Soguchi. They go outside to talk. And I guess Akeisha wanted a witness. So she brings Soguchi along. She let them know, or she let Soguchi know that she had a conversation with Josh regarding Latrice, and she let Josh know that she didn't really want to know what was going on in their house, but he was just telling her what he was observing and stuff like that. And she told him to go back to Soguchi, go talk to her about what's going on in her house, and she don't want, to be a part of it. She felt that Latrice overreacted when she told her she had a conversation with Josh, and because of that, she feels that there's something strange going on in that glass house, as Marie says, and that it needs to be worked out. But she also said she didn't like the way that Josh was being treated by Latrice and Cliff, and she just wanted Soguchi to be aware of stuff. So I'm guessing something is going to come down the pike later on down the line regarding that. Now the main event, no, there were two main events. The first main event, let's put it like that, was JJ had a surprise for his wife for her birthday party. So he gets on the microphone. He's like, I have a nice surprise for you and all the Bells. Long story short, JJ hired a stripper. JJ hired a stripper called Jamaica Swag. And girl, he took everything off. But before he took everything off, he was grinding on everybody, including Marie. Marie was here for it. Akeisha said Marie was acting like she just got out the slammer and hadn't had any in years. Oh my God. But he took everything off. They call him the Anaconda. Ain't got nothing on him. The ladies were enjoying themselves. I saw Cliff staring. At one point, Cliff said, I think it's fake. He said to Latrice, I think it's fake. Latrice was like, I don't think so. He's like, well, go pull on it. Let's see. And Cliff is staring at the man's thing-a-lang and would not stop looking. So, okay. The ladies had a good time. They really had a good time. Marie was throwing her dollars. You got Essie fanning herself. You have Akeisha looking sideways. Like, I'm going to look, but I'm not looking because I'm a married woman. Girl, you better look. Sure, that's what it's there for. You don't have to come on you, but you come grind on you, but you better look, feast your eyes, and enjoy yourself. And of course, everyone did. Now, Cliff, with his tattletale self, he talks so freaking much. If he's not popping up, he's telling on somebody. He should be the other Belle. He go ahead and he texts Glen, because Glen is away working. So he texts Glen and tell Glen what is going on at the party. Now, Glen calls Letitia on FaceTime, talk about you're a woman, and as long as you have my last name, you better respect it. I like the way Letitia handled Glen. Like, dude, I could say another word, but I ain't gonna say it. Dude, I'm here having a good time. Don't be trying to handle me and deal with me in that way. The way I see Cliff deal with Latrice and stuff, I don't understand how she put up with it, and now you coming over here doing that to me. She's like, that's not how we gonna roll about this. Everything that Glen came with, Tisha was back at him with it. I like the way she is empowered and she is showing it. Like, you ain't gonna be talking to me like that. So now, I'm assuming in the next episode, because it's around there that the episode ended, that she is going to approach Cliff because of the way he was tattletaling on them. We have Glenn over here talking about next time y'all better go to a museum and not be going to those, having no stripper winding up on you and stuff like that. You must go to a museum. My wife is not supposed to be out there behaving like that in society. Yeah, right. Listen, JJ paid a lot of money for that man to come around and entertain these ladies, and these ladies are gonna have a good time. We all know that, at the end of the night, that's not where they're gonna end up. Not like on Real Housewives of Atlanta, where it is said that when Candy ordered that guy on the girls trip, that he was in the bedroom with quite a few of the ladies. That's not how we rolling over here. So Glenn needed to just pipe down. First of all, Cliff did not need to go out there and tell him what was happening. Third of all, Cliff did not need to be staring at that man stangalang like that. I mean, girl, he was zoomed in. It's not like he was looking him up and down on the body. I mean, he was focused right there, and that's where he kept looking. And of course, you have production with their shady self looking at Cliff, looking at the man's. Wow. So I'm sure they had a good time at the party. From what we see, a good time was had by everyone. So yep, that is the recap of this episode. So let's see. The peace treaty didn't work according to Aikisha. It seemed like So Gucci and Latrice are cool again. Hopefully they stay that way. We have Tambra, they're trying to pull Tambra into scenes, and she is not there for it. I think we're going to see Tambra exit the show after this season. I don't think they want her, and I don't think she wants to be there because she's not giving us anything this season. Am I right? Am I wrong? Jot down in the comments, let me know. Am I right about Tambra? She's not really open this season. And I'm guessing it's because, the relationship with Greedy, is that one of his nicknames? It's not working out, and this is not how she wants to be portrayed. So let's see what happens going forward with Tambra. I don't see it. It seems that Marie is going to have to leave Tambra's issue or relationship alone. So now she's going to go focus on Latrice and Cliff. They're talking about something's going on in that glass house that Latrice don't want out there. So therefore, we're going to have to go find out what it is and leave it to Marie to find out. But yeah, I was thoroughly entertained by this episode, especially in the last segment. But yep, that is my recap and my review of Belle Collective season 3 episode 8, titled The D Isn't Silent. So now you get the title, right? When it says the D isn't silent, based on what I said regarding the stripper scene, the D was not the silent, girl. It was everywhere. All right, guys, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like this video, share the video if you wish. And until next time, as always, be sure to take care of yourselves and your families. Bye-bye.